So a little time has passed, and now he rather chooses the microwave. From the microwave to the oven. Don't you meow at me. Oh, now back to the oven again, huh?
Hey, what is up, folks? Here with Teemo, and I'm doing the second section on Is TF2 Dead? I asked you guys to comment, and we're gonna go over your comments and discuss it a little bit. Teemo?
Hey, I don't even know the comments, man.
I think TF2 is still a good game for the most part, mainly because, like you said, the community that backs it, for better or worse, or when the leaked content comes out, gives us as fans hope for the future updates. Of course, there are some bad things that come up there, and the flog, cannon, weapons, etc. There will always be something there to give us something to hope for. And if TF2 is dying, I won't be playing a lot of games after that happens. I don't know.
And regardless of whatever, if people are bitching about a new update and something getting extremely overpowered, that means the community is still alive and they just want stuff fixed, and Valve is gonna do that. So that means we have a community.
But honestly, one weapon gets a buff and the entire community loses its shit. I mean, I joined in it for a bit for shits and giggles, but honestly, I have no trouble taking down a flog. I just put 3 stickies down, wait for his taunt to be over, and boom. Gone are the crits. Gone is the pyro.
About the community that just whine about the end of the line update not including much stuff.
I was just talking about the flog.
So our community is crazy. Every community is crazy. They always say stuff that just like goes all insane. There's people that hype stuff or way too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think data mining is a, well, sort of okay-ish. No, you know what? I'm actually against it. Takes the whole surprise away when something actually comes out.
Pretty much. Have you seen Binding of Isaac community?
No.
They like basically they tried to data mine, and in the next one they took action against it. So they were not in the data. They had to do this entire adventure around the entire countries to reveal secrets and find a Twitter account password and actually get into it. And when they found the Twitter account and managed to say something, the update was released. And there was just like batshit crazy 30 people in Minnesota just searching for something, digging everywhere and just putting holes in the ground every single place.
That's one way to answer data mining.
So if TF2 does something like that, that would be pretty amazing.
But think about it for a bit. Your community can be your greatest ally, but also your greatest enemy.
Pretty much, just like Undertale.
Oh dear lord. Or Five Nights. Or Sonic.
How many communities does Sonic have? It has like 500 different communities because the game got split so many times.
Well, I guess every character has its own community, and every character has a sub-community that takes it to a sexual level, and I think this can just keep going on and on and on.
That's way too many communities. That's the reason why like Sega died. They split the game too many times.
Okay, Ayol says TF2 won't die for a while because there are still so many player-packed servers. Like you said, it is still receiving frequent updates. 3, there may be people that stop playing TF2, but there are so many starting to play. Do you even see how many Giebus-packed Valve servers are these days?
Oh Lord, why? Well, if you think about it, Team Fortress 2 is free to play, and it's one of the games everyone that has a Steam account plays. It's just there to promote it. So whenever someone tries to play a new game or tries to find something new, it's probably gonna see Team Fortress 2 as well. I'm like, I probably should give this game a try. And that is one of the reasons why community is alive. Mainly because Valve is such a big game-selling community, and that they can easily just promote their games in the Steam, so they don't have any problems promoting a game to some level.
But also, one thing that comes to my mind is you have a pretty big community. You get an update that does a lot of things, and you can't please everyone. To be honest, with one nerf.
Well, they are taking a huge risk with entire competitive stuff. These nerfs were not going to even happen if they were not taking a competitive turn. but by taking a competitive, they are taking a huge risk of making the community get to the next level or just die off. You will never know which one will happen. If it turns into something like StarCraft, it's gonna be a good community, but just like the elitist people are going to be there, it's not gonna be that much of a fun. But if it turns into something like CSGO or Dota 2, game is gonna be broadcasted live on many countries. Just like, oh hey, this thing is live. There's the best players, leads, hacks, kills, look, and it's gonna be an even better game.
Yeah, competitive actually is scaring me off because I can get slightly toxic when shit gets competitive.
That is why you grab your friends to play competitive. I played competitive for let's say like 2 years or something. With like a random people just join teams and play, and I was the best player around that just like killed everyone. My skill cap was way too high for Division 6, but my playstyle wasn't good for it. You know how like you are playing sport in League of Legends, but you can't do shit because your team is shit and they blame you and you get reported in the end?
Oh yeah.
Basically that's what was happening for me with Pyro, and I got so sick of the community that I decided to quit. And then I started playing with my friends and people that were in gold and like really high skill cap, and I was doing really well. So it's about playing with friends that can go with your strategies and different ways of playing and won't bitch about you failing something in the end.
I guess that's true. Maybe I'll eventually get into competitive, especially since the invite to your team.
Yep. And hey, think about it this way: they are forcing you to get the fuck outside and make friends so you can grab them as a team. That's always a plus.
Okay, let's check another comment. If there's any game that is dead, it's definitely not TF2. Look at the Steam statistics. Just look. I love TF2. TF2 is immortal. Immortal? I wouldn't say as much. I mean,
Everything dies one day.
nah, I have like this TF2 burnout at the moment that I can't play it for like longer than 30 minutes on my own, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've already seen everything again. I'm leaving.
Well, to be honest, I don't enjoy any games when I have to play them alone, unless there's like a progressive story mission or something, and that just lasts for 3 or 4 hours. So TF2 is meant to be played together. It's Team Fortress 2 in the end.
Yeah,
Honestly,
team.
there's that comment is clarifying what I've said before. You know, they are using the Steam to promote the game, so it's not gonna die for a really long time.
Very true. Which just makes me wonder. Was the update like the final blow for somebody to say, okay, Valve, I've played TF2 too much lately, and this update with changes that I don't like, I'll just leave. I'm done.
That's not how it works. Like, you cannot just leave a community that way for no reason. There are a lot of reasons to leave a community if they're becoming extremely toxic, or just other stuff like, you know, they are doing something else now. They're no fun anymore, but there's no reason to leave community just because a weapon just changed.
Okay, well, from one part, toxicity I can understand, and like MVM Man Up, and you see these gibbies that had a ticket for MVM for free for Christmas. Thank God they didn't do it this Christmas.
They understand. They finally understand.
Yes, thank you, Foul. But honestly, when having these gibbies in MVM Man Up, that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing if you have like at least 3 to 4 people that know what they're doing. But having 3 to 4 gibbies...
Well, here's the biggest problem. MEM is an extremely like hardcore, you know, team up thing, and all the newbies want to get like you know how like the people have the shiny golden weapons that everyone wants.
Yeah.
And they want to do 4 tours, and it's gonna take 4 years for them to complete the thing, and they're like, oh hey, you know what, I should just play the 2 tours since I'm not gonna buy a ticket. And they go for the 2 tours, and 2 tours is basically the biggest like teamwork thing one, while every single other ones are just like, meh, if 5 people are competitive, we can still do it. So since all of them do 2 tours, the people are not able to play, and it's started a matter of kicking everyone that doesn't have tours or hats.
Look at the tour, give them 1 wave to prove themselves, and if they prove themselves to be not capable of pulling their own weight, I'm either going to ask them to refund credits and get a new class, or, well, ask the server if we should kick.
Yeah, here's the problem. In the back, you couldn't refund your credits, and people were like, there is a meta of like which upgrades you should go for. Like engineer had to go for full dispensers upgrade stuff, or if he didn't, it was gonna cripple the entire team really badly. So
Well, dispenser range I can understand, but like medic builds, I never got into that meta. I just designed my own medic build and nobody complained when they saw
here's
it.
the problem. If you don't have like healing expertise and the shield, you are gonna die really fast.
Yeah, the shield is a must. I agree on that
Your
one.
team is gonna die too. So most free-to-plays don't even know there's a shield button that exists. They just buy the shield and like, where's this fucking shield? Yeah. And that is why people keep kicking those people. And there's people that pick pyro.
Oh yeah, especially after the whole scorch shot slash. There was an air blast bug that you could air blast giant robots. Okay, it took you guys 3 years to find out. Good job.
I thought that
For them to...
I thought that was actually something doable just because it was allowed. Like I didn't even think that it was not supposed to happen.
I could sort of understand the whole scorch shot nerf in MVM, but still, this is a story for a whole different time. Let's see, TF2 is just in a coma.
He basically is saying that it's in a coma and it's gonna wake up with the competitor, but no, that's a really weird way to look at it. That's like saying it got wounded from something else and that's why it got into coma, but it's more like just imagine TF2 like your girlfriend that moved away for university.
Yeah?
It's gonna take a while until she gets back, and the only thing you can do is just look after the memories and just play some pubs. But when it comes back, it's gonna release competitive, and it's gonna be even more absent. So basically, just your TF2s right now is your girlfriend that just moved to the university.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Very creative, I must say. Well, if you tell yourself you're scared of spiders, you're legitimately gonna be scared of spiders.
Directly, that
Flog is a spider.
Flog's a spider. Squash it.
Eesh.
Is this fire really that good at countering it?
TF2 is not dead yet. Reasons. Valve being oblivious to if OP weapons and underused weapons. Flog buff, atomizer nerf, no new weapons. I don't mean skins. I mean new weapons with unique differences. Lack of difference in updates, gunmetal, contracts and skins and cosmetics and taunts. Now each update has been the same thing, only difference is that Tough Break added in a good amount of unique maps and the Festivizer. No new festive items this Christmas. TF2 to me at least is dying and probably will not stop being updated, but at one point Valve is going to unbalance everything and add in more damn skins. Dead? No. I think the game will probably be dead around its 11th birthday. Which is gonna be 2018.
That he's like one of those dudes that just are like, oh, murder's gonna hit and two charging trash. He's one of those dudes. And basically, if you guys look at it this way, have most of you that commented in the video ever played competitive? Ever had any experience with every single class and how they deal with the situations? Valve is blessing the game around being able to play in competitive with certain classes and makes sure nothing is overpowered. So they are trying to prepare the game for competitive, and you guys gotta just try competitive out, see for yourself and how to counter stuff, and then you will understand that nothing they buffed is overpowered, except for the reserve shooter, which is still counterable, but honestly it's way better in many situations, so people are not gonna use the normal shotgun or the flare gun bell if they don't nerf it again.
I could just see these nerfs left and right again, like many for the demo.
Yeah, they are just testing right now. Like they are just gathering data from the servers on which weapon got the kills, which weapon is better, and stuff like that.
Well, isn't Valve better off to have like these public test servers where they can this separate version of TF2 where people can test it?
They used to have that. Only pay-to-plays were able to join the servers, and that caused some problems, so they removed that. That was way back in the time.
Let's just hope that if TF2 ever gets to the Source 2 engine, it's not gonna take a whole new art style.
Pretty much.
Well, Teemo, thanks for joining me today, and yep, we'll see you all next time.
They should start a podcast.